Hello, welcome to another Planty video. Um, Today we're gonna be talking about one of my worst enemies with the plant keeping hobby, and we're also gonna be kind of like doing an activity with some of my plants, and it's gonna be related to the story. Um, so I guess first off, to kind of like introduce my worst enemy, you've probably noticed if you live here in Salt Lake City that the past week or so, or perhaps over two or over a week, it's been really humid, like super humid. And I mean, humidity is not a bad thing for your plants, but if you live in Salt Lake City and it's hot and humid, you're sweating all the time. And then if you are not great at keeping airflow or like kind of like checking on your plants whenever you need to, this could be an issue. And my humidifier is set at no more than like 60% humidity, and I have a proof here, and it's usually like 40-50 here in the house, but this has been from like 60 to 70 throughout the past week, so it's been crazy. But I guess the issue and my worst enemy, I'm gonna let you guys kind of like guess right now, and I'll tell you. So from everything that could happen with the hobby, and I've shared with you guys my spider mite problem, the trips in my African violet. I've had mealybugs in my veracrosum. So like, what do you guys think could be my worst enemy in the hobby? Well, it's fungal infections. They are the hardest thing, or the most annoying thing I have had to deal with. They have been the most hard thing that I have to deal with in this hobby, because it's not like a pest, you cannot really see it, and you cannot really like treat it like I did with my spider mite problem throughout a week and like hope that it's gonna be super fine and okay. You can add like a fan, you can increase like air circulation throughout your house. You can also spray them with some like fungal attacking things like copper fungicidal soap or stuff like that, and that could help, but for me at least, it's not doing the job. So today I thought it would be a good idea to talk about this, my worst enemy, and also show to you my most affected plants, and the activity will consist of giving them points in different categories. This is something that I saw another YouTuber do a long time ago, I would say, maybe not that long ago. Her name is Ter, if you don't know her. She mainly speaks Spanish in her videos, but she's really cool, so if you speak Spanish, I'm gonna link her down below for you to go check out the video that I'm talking about. She's really charismatic, and she was one of the first influencers I saw talking about plants, and that kind of like got me into the hobby. I know that I was obsessed with Marhantas, especially red, I don't know, red band, I don't know how they're called anymore, but the ones that I have like the pinkish red lines on them, I was obsessed with those because of that. But I ended up not getting that one, but I know she for sure was one of the influencers that got me into houseplants, so I'm gonna link that video below. But in the Marantas topic, let's talk about one that you guys have seen in not the last video but the one before, because we took some cuttings from her, and I think the thing that has made really hard for her to thrive in my environment has been the fungal infections. So let me bring her in. Here she is. She is I love her. Like, I really love, like, this variegation. It's crazy. But as you can tell, there's a lot of fungal issues with her. And if it looks this scarce of like leaves of or foliage, it's because I have had to cut like all the leaves down here for it to not get further infected. Has that helped? Maybe a little bit, but like you cannot tell me that this plant is healthy. Oh, I forgot to introduce the categories. The 4 categories that I'm gonna be doing, 3 I borrowed from Ter, and then the last one is one that I've came up with on my own. I'm hoping to do more videos like this, and if you guys have like any suggestions for the 4th category, we can change it, because I would love to. We can do funny things, but the first one, or the first 3 that I borrowed from Ter, it's gonna be leadership. So kind of like, does it stand out? Could it be a statement plant? Or is it a statement plant, I guess, right now? Structural integrity, improvisation, and finally, vibes. Because I think plants give vibes, and there are certain vibes that I like in plants, and certain others that I'm just like, I don't know. But let's go ahead and give her points. So for leadership, I said it's beautiful. I think it is. But if you see this plant in my like plant shelves or rack or whatever, this is hard to it's hard for this to catch your attention. Like, I think it's really pretty, but as how it's looking right now and how these plants are, they're small. They don't have any like dominant color that you'll say, oh my god, this one needs to be combined with a specific type of furniture, or this one needs to be given a lot of space. Not really. So I gave her a 3. She got a 3 on that one, and it's okay. Like, it's okay. I still love her. For structural integrity, I gave her a 5 because I don't have a trellis or anything, and I was gonna give her more, but I've seen Ter's video and she gave her a low score because she likes her to grow up right. I think that's uncommon. I think most people have them kind of like trail down. That's what I would like for this one to have, but it doesn't even have enough weight or roots to look good in like trailing, and it's not even there yet. Like, for the amount of leaves I have, this is not trailing yet. So it's a 5. I think it could trail beautifully, but I do see how it's hard, and especially right now because it has like 3 roots in there. I don't know. Then improvisation, I give her a 10. I haven't had this one flower, but I know they flower. That would be amazing. But I gave her a 10 over other Maranthas because it's variegated. Every leaf, it's gonna look somewhat different, and I think that's improvising in a way. And then giving me fungal spots every now and then, I guess it's also improvising, but that's a 10. And then for vibes, I think this one looks so whimsical, like the colors, the variation spots, everything, the dark spots when it gets like enough light. I think it's really like pretty in that sense, and I think it really is perhaps not a statement plant because that was leadership, but it is a plant that gives vibes that by itself it looks really cute. So that was it for the Marantha. And my next plant, it's gonna be my Anthurium clarinarium, so let me go get him. Okay, Anthurium clarinarium. What can I say? I love this Anthurium. It's my first ever Anthurium, and I think he has pretty well. I thought he had better scores. It's okay. So for leadership, this guy, I gave him a 6. I think the planter the moss, kind of like the leaves that sometimes are different colors because like this one's new and this one is like old and it's like velvety. I think you can make it a statement piece, but it's not there quite yet. So I will give it a 6. I just noticed that I didn't tell you about like the story about why this one is with the fungal infection edition of this kind of like activity. But this one was another, like with the Marantha. I got them around the same time, and this one got fungal infections too. I don't know if this is a fungal infection, it probably is, but I was so sad because like the month right after I got it, I had to cut off half of its leaf. These 3 leaves, like this one, this tiny one, and this old one, were the only ones left when I cut that, and I had like 6 or 7, so it was so sad that I had to cut him. But now it's getting better. This new leaf, it's so big, so beautiful. This new one, I think it's gonna look amazing once it's bigger, and I think it's gonna look pretty cool because this one's sized up well. Like the leaves, all of the leaves have been bigger than the one before, so it's okay. I guess let's go to structural integrity. I give her an 8 because I have no problems with it. I think it's been fine. Like I could give this a 10, but I know anthuriums. I think anthuriums usually grow like their stem or their, I don't know how to call it, rhizome, something. It can grow like taller and then they can just get top heavy and lean to a side. That's actually happening with my biggest anthurium. I think I showed it in the last video. And I think you can probably tell that the biggest leaf, it's kind of like pulling the plant to a side. This hasn't happened with this one yet, but it could happen, so I give her an 8. For improvisation, I give her a 3. I was gonna give her a 4, but I looked at other plants and I was like, no, this one, it's a 3, because it is true that like the size of the leaves influences like if it's improvising or not, but all the leaves look pretty similar. Like you can probably say that the like venation on them looks a little different, but to be honest, like it's beautiful, but that's the same thing over and over again, and that's okay. But it's a 3. And then for vibes, I give her an 8. I think it has really pretty vibes. I think it elevates the space, especially because this one's one that you can display in a way that looks really pretty. It's velvety, so it has like those vibes. Their leaves are heart shaped and they look like elegant, so I think all of those things are giving me like good vibes. Like I think I don't know, if you see it, it's like it's giving you vibes. So an 8. And that was it for my clarinervium. Next up we have my alocasia green unicorn, which is a plant that you guys have seen in probably, yeah, you've seen him in the previous video or the one before too. So let me show her to you. Okay, we're back with the green unicorn. She's stunning. I love her. This one, if you recall from my plant chores in the middle of the night video, I had to cut one of the leaves from her because it had, and I'm pretty sure it had an infection. Like it wasn't just like the tips getting like dry, it was like infected. So yeah, that's the story of this one with the fungal issues. It hasn't been that bad. Like I haven't gotten it on like the top of the plant or like in the middle of the leaves, which I appreciate, because if it's just a tip I can cut it, and I actually did here and here. Actually, I wonder if what I did helped. Hopefully it did. I don't know. I tried to de-infect it and cut the tip, but who knows? Well, let's go into giving her scores. So for her in leadership, I think this one, it calls your attention, like for sure. It's so dark, and then it can be so shiny that it definitely, if you were someone that wants to have like a statement piece and you want this one to be your statement piece, you need to think how you're gonna combine this plant with your space, how it can elevate your space, because I definitely think it can. And I think it just has such good like leadership potential. So I think it's an 8. She's gonna be an 8. Then for structural integrity, I was thinking of giving her the same score as the Anthurium, but then I was like, no, she actually deserves a 10. Like, I haven't had a single problem with her. I'm assuming the stem can also grow really tall and become an issue, but this one, like, it's pretty sturdy. So I think she's a 10. Like, I haven't had to give her any support whatsoever. For improvising, I give her a 6. Reason why is because yes, the leaves look pretty similar, and I was actually thinking of giving her lower scores because of that, because like the leaf, the color, the texture, it is pretty similar. But then I remembered that these ones give you babies, and the way they give you babies is so interesting because they create corms, and you can actually take the corms out of them and create like a different plant, or you can leave them and you'll have new babies coming out of the pot. There's one right here, and there is this other stem right here, which is gonna be a baby. So I think she deserves a 6 because yes, she might have pretty similar leaves all the time, but she can create babies, and you can have multiple plants of these or have a really full plant that I think it deserves a 6. And finally, for vibes, I don't know if anyone has talked about, like, I've seen a couple of videos of goth plants, and I don't think I've seen this one. Probably I have, but this one's so goth. Like, it's like, to me, it's giving like gothic vibes, and I think that's really cool. Like, it's definitely not what I'm going for with my collection. I have a little of everything, and I like to have a little of everything. But if you like gothic plants, this one, yes, yes, it's a 10. Okay, that was it for one of my favorite plants, which is that Alocasia Green Unicorn. Next off, we have a sadder one that has been attacked more by fungal infections and other issues. Let me bring her. Okay, here is my Philodendron verrucosum. I wish it looked prettier. If you haven't noticed, I changed its pot. I've put it into semi-hydro, and I'm gonna do a video about it later, talking about like how semi-hydro has saved many of my plants. But you can probably tell it has spots. It has big spots too, and it has a cut tip that is yet developing more fungal infections. And I didn't think this one was going to be an issue, but then I looked at it and I was like, yes, it definitely has some fungal infections. I'm going to try to treat it, but it's a plant that hasn't given me like much. Like, I love it, but it hasn't given me what I was expecting from it. So for leadership, I gave her a 6. I think, I don't know, you have to think about where you want to put it, especially if you have a bigger one or you have it like climbing, you need to think about like how she needs to to lead, what you do around it, how it needs to have space going up, and you also want like some leaves to get enough light. Yes, it could have gotten less actually, but I think the way it looks, I think it deserves a little more than my Marantha. I think this one like can catch your eye better. For structural integrity, this is a 2. If you've ever seen someone grow this without a moss pole or a trellis or anything like that, please tag them or show me, because I can't imagine how this plant would look without a moss pole. Like, I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's good for the plant or not, especially if you have like a vine that you wanted to, like a single vine. I don't know, I think it will be so weird, but probably there's people that have like good bare crossums without like any support. But mine, do you see that like skinny vine? It definitely needs like the support. For improvisation, which I don't even know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, tell me. I gave her a 3. She's a 3. I know the leaves can look like a little different, like this one looks more green than this one right here, but once it gets like mature, all the leaves are gonna kind of look like this. The only improvisation from this one is the fungal issue, like for real, and that it sometimes have issues that I don't know what they are, but besides that, it's not much. And I'm giving her a 3 because I don't think it's like, all plants do something new and different. Like, sometimes leaves are gonna be smaller, sometimes they're gonna be big, sometimes they're gonna be shinier, but overall, I don't know if this one is a good improviser. So 6. And then 3, not 6. For vibes, I give her an 8. I think that's the one thing that this plant does really good. It has really jungly vibes. If you've seen like mature ones, they are like, they're stunning. They're straight up stunning, and this one could be like, I see the potential in this leaf, but that's enough for me to give her like a good score. Like, I think it gives like jungly vibes. It gives different vibes. I think my category for vibes is like, is this plant different? Is this plant like, I don't know, is it interesting in a way? And I think it is interesting in a way. So that's an 8. I was thinking of bringing one of my favorite plants and one of my bigger plants, but I think I'm gonna do another one before, because that one was the reason I decided to start doing this video. So give me a sec. Okay, spider plant, and this is taking like half of like the video, but it's okay. Why did I decide to do a video after, like, why was this one the reason I decided to do a video? You see like all the haircut and the leaves that are squared, it's because it had fungal issues, and this one, like, I would cut this one like too. Like, I don't know if that's a fungal issue or not, but it probably is, and I should probably cut it and not be like touching it and putting the germs in every single one of my other plants. But yeah, I think this plant was like, how I noticed that it was more humid than usual here in the apartment. But yeah, I think that's the story with this one. This one doesn't have like a deep history of fungal issues just this week. So I think, I don't know if that like is something that builds up over time. Let me know if you think it is, but I don't think it is. It was just like humider than normal, probably less airflow, which I don't think it was less airflow, but it's been humid. Like, it's been humid. So for this one, for leadership, I gave her a 4. 1 point more than my Beauty Kim, because I love my Beauty Kim, but like, it doesn't lead. And this one, I see how it can lead. Like you can put in a tall shelf and let like the little like vines and little babies of it like go down. So it definitely can lead in that way. You're not gonna see any of me. It's okay. Um, but yeah, I think it's a 4 in a way. Like I don't think it leads too much, but it can lead. Um, Structural integrity. This one to me is a 4. I haven't had problems with this one necessarily, but the problem with this plant is that if it grows top heavy and funky, like you can see how this one like, and it's probably reaching for the light, but it looks a little funky. Um, yeah, it definitely looks funky. Let me show you this side. I think it's hard, like with the little babies and the vines going down, and then you reaching for light. Like it can lean towards a side more than the other, and then with this kind of plant, I don't know how you give it a structure like balance. I don't know how you like give it a trellis or a support. Like it's a bunch of leaves. Like how do you do that? Do you put like a stick on the dirt and then you like tie it to it? I don't know. I think it's weird. Like I haven't had a plant that needs structural integrity or support that looks like this. So yeah, it's a 4 because I don't think it's a problem that many people talk about, and I don't know if it should be a problem, but if it were a problem and if this keeps looking like worse and worse, how do I fix it? I think that's why I gave it a 4, because it's like what do I do? For improvisation, it's gonna be a 6. This one's like, I think spider plants are cute, but can be a basic plant. Oh my god, I can see like the leaf that's like infected or old, like this leaf. Oh my god, I'm gonna try. No, I pulled it out. What was I saying? Oh, okay. I think it's cute, and I think some people like it a lot, but I think it's pretty simple. Like all the leaves are gonna look pretty similar. It doesn't improvise. It doesn't give you like new things. It's just time you look at it. But it's a 6, and the reason why it's a 6, which to me a 6 is a pretty good score, is because it gives babies. That's one thing. And then let me show you. I'm trying to if it's still alive. It gives flowers. Wow. Let me show you how the flowers look. Maybe you didn't see anything, but it gives you flowers, and I think it has given me flowers pretty often. Like each time it's gonna create a new baby, it like puts out flowers, and this one at least has done it like multiple times in the time that I've been in this apartment, so I would say pretty often. And it's not just one flower, it's like 5, 6, which is nice. Like I think plants that flower are nice in that aspect, that they will improvise, they will like give you something to look forward. So yeah, that's a 6 because it's not completely improvising something totally different each time it's giving you growth, but it has some growth that gives you flowers. And then finally, for vibes, now that I'm thinking about the flowers, I was gonna give her a 0, and I know it's gonna sound bad, but I think I'm gonna give her a 2 for the flowers, because the flowers shouldn't influence, because it's not like the plant. Like this is the plant, and the flowers are the plant, like flowers, like something new, something extra. So for this, plus the flowers, because I want to be nicer to it, a 2. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it doesn't give me vibes in that sense. Like it doesn't look jungly. I think it's too associated with houseplant keeping that I don't know if I'm sure if it is. If it deserves a better score. Like, to me, this one, it doesn't give me vibes besides a houseplant, which is not that nice, but sorry. And finally, we're gonna go with one of my favorite plants and one of my saddest plants. Like, I'm sad about it, but I'm gonna go get it. You've probably noticed that it's in another place now, but I'm gonna go get it and show it to you all. My Monstera adansonii, which is kind of like, I have extended the moss pole, so if it looks like it's taller, it is taller, and that was the reason I had to move it. So what's up with this one? And why is it here? So two things happened. So this one has had the fungal issues for a while. You probably noticed them. And for example, this is a fungal infected like leaf. Hopefully it like heals or something. Like, I've been treating them. Like, when I talk about these plants, and that I say it's my worst enemy, it's because it is. Like, I've been treating these plants and they haven't improved much. Like, no. But why it's here, the reason it is here, it is because of course it has the fungal issues, but then the reason like the story's sad is because out of nowhere, I think it was probably like the pest treatment, which it was like DIY'd. But it worked in all my other plants and it wasn't fine, but it really destroyed half of this beautiful Monstera. You probably can't tell. Let me show you. Oh my god. She is bald. Oh, like, I don't know, whatever you can't see right now, it's bald. So like a big portion of it. And you might say, oh, it's not that bad, like it has still a lot of like healthy leaves. There's 3 vines in here. The other 2 vines, the shorter ones, have probably 3 leaves, and the rest is just bare vine. So yeah, it was really tragic when it happened. It's giving me these new, no, not that one, these new leaves, pretty. But yeah, I gave her a pole extension and I'm hoping it's gonna do better. And once it's reached like over this point with all the vines, I might just chop and extend. I'm gonna chop and extend her. But let's go to give her points, because I love this plant and I think it has pretty good scores. So for leadership, she's massive. She grows so tall over this past, I don't know how long I've had her, probably like 6 months. She's grown so tall. This wasn't a hanging basket, now it's this. Like it I think it can definitely be a statement piece. Like, it can grow taller and you will need to find a place to put it, a place to display it to its fullest potential, like, because it has a lot of potential to be a statement piece. So it's a 10. Like, it's gonna be the 10 for today. A structural integrity, I put a 6 because this one, I think it's nice as a monstera that you can have it either trailing or climbing. So I think that's great for a monstera, and I think other monsteras will probably have lower scores. But the problem with this one is that if you want to have it trailing, the leaves are not gonna look this big, and if they do, lucky you, but I don't think that's common. And this is not even that big. This plant can get bigger, and you won't get a bigger plant if you have it trailing. It's really pretty trailing though, but if you're like me and you want to have like big leaves and have the fullest potential from your plants, or exploit the plants to the fullest potential, you are gonna wanna have it in a moss ball, even like not even just like a trellis or a support like other monsteras. This one needs a moss ball if you want it to size up. For improvisation, I'm gonna give her a 6 too. I think, yes, the leaves look pretty similar. Yes, I've said that size difference does not really like help with improvisation, but at least this one has fenestrations. So each leaf, even if it's lightly, it's gonna look different, and ones are gonna look more fenestrated than others. Some are gonna have like tiny fenestrations, which are really cute and cool. So yeah, I think it is a 6. And then finally for vibes, this is going all the way to the jungly vibes. Like this is a 10. Like this is super jungly. If you have a trailing, I think it is too. Really jungly, really welcome to the jungle vibes, I would say. So yes, I love this plant. Those were her scores, and I think that was it for today's video. I think we can finish up with her. Yeah, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you think I scored these horribly. Like, there was no rubric. This was all me thinking, oh, what's the best score for it? So it was probably not accurate at all. If you have different scores than me, please let me know so we can put different scores to them, or we can kind of like discuss in the comments. You probably let me know that I completely mistaked the rare crossum and actually you can have it trailing and it looks super cool. Perhaps. But yeah, let me know if you disagree, if you agree, if you would like to see another category, because we can change vibes. If you think there's another one I should change, because I think vibes and leadership kind of felt similar, but I think if you think about it, they shouldn't be that similar, but they kind of felt similar. I think we can definitely change vibes, because I want to keep at least 3 from Thir's video, because I think she had a vision. Let me know if you want to see more of these, and if you would like to see different plants being scored or being given scores from me. That was it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.